Hello people, welcome back to my Robots the Game replay. Well, I'm not sure if you would count this as a replay, even though this is the exact same game as the PS2 version I recorded long ago. I'm playing the Gamecube version. Well, let's say that it is a replay. But it's time to start level 2 of the game called City Journey, where Rodney first arrives in Robot City. This level will definitely be longer than Rivet Town. And you'll face plenty of new enemies as well. As you may have guessed, you gotta talk to that yellow robot guy, but first let me collect a lot of scrap that's around here. I want as many scrap as possible so I can buy some useful items available at the shop. And since I got the Wonderbot Magna Fetch, both Rodney and Wonderbot can collect scrap together. Oh, and this is the first level in the game where you can end up falling to your death. In fact, allow me to... No, actually, I won't demonstrate here. Not yet. I'm already collecting a lot of scrap here. And most likely I'll... Oh wait, I have 200 scrap now. Let's talk to this guy first.
Let me guess. You want to see Big Weld. Take some advice from a fellow inventor. Go home now. But, hey, I like your little friend here, so tell you what. Take this blueprint for an invention of mine, a remote control. You could use it to control your little friend. Find all the blueprint pieces and bring them to me. Head out that door and take a look.
Oh man, the audio was off sync right there. And no, really, it was the game's audio off sync, not the recordings. But now let's... Well, the next thing I want to buy from the shop is the standard super sight. Oh, and here are some of the different kinds of ammo you can buy for the scrap launcher, including the Homer shot, which is the homing ammunition kind. Like, it's a shot that can home in on enemies. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And the Mega Shot, which does pretty much double the damage as the standard shots. And I really don't care to collect a lot of these trick chips. I mean, they're just visual things, but I'll worry about getting the Maxi Scrap 500 later. With the standard super sight, I can see the location of every mission item whenever I'm aiming with the scrap launcher and such. Here are some of a new type of enemy, these things with buzzsaws. And this robot that's, I'm guessing, trying to disguise itself as a garbage can. That's odd, but, oh man. You're gonna face quite a lot of these enemy robots throughout City Journey. And of course, every enemy you kill drops scrap. Whoa, these guys look like bruisers. But they're no match for the power of Rodney's wrench.
I'll make use of your scrap.
Rodney just said making use of their scrap. Well, yeah, I could definitely make use of them by using them to buy stuff from the store. Well, there are these enemies here that are spiky, and you can't exactly... Okay, well, you can hit them with a wrench when they're not ducking down or anything. Oh, crap. You actually got a hit on me. And that is what you deserve. In this room, you gotta keep pulling levers to lower and raise platforms. You can also take out these enemies by doing the stomp attack.
Whammo!
Yeah, that's right, it can be used as an attack, not just to activate floor buttons. And yeah, you can see that, well, that's what the super sight does. It shows you that hologram, or whatever you want to call it, whenever a mission item is in sight, such as the blueprint pieces.
Game over for you.
You said it, Rodney. This red box you see here is explosive, So you definitely don't want to hit that with a wrench. And here's another new kind of enemy, which has a shield. But even he's no match for my wrench. Here's another zipline right here. So let's go for a ride. You're both going down. Your shield is useless.
Now that is a malfunction.
So there are two big doors you can go through. And I think I'm gonna go through here first. Oh no, actually, I am gonna go to the other one. Okay, now there are only two blueprint pieces in this room. Oh, and these spinning robots you see right here, they're also enemies, but they're not really that threatening. They don't exactly come after you whenever you're close to them.
See a need, fill a need.
Now you must do the stomp on this button to move those gear-shaped platforms to the other side. That way you can get the other blueprint piece. Come to Papa, you. 6 down, 10 to go. That's really all there is to get in that room. Now this next room is much bigger. And those spinning robots are back too. I'm gonna go through here next. You gotta slide under that door. And this is a room... Hold on. This area B room
You got unscrewed.
is full of whatever this green stuff is. It does kill you. I'm guessing it's supposed to be acid, maybe? Who knows what this stuff is. Just be careful not to fall into it. It kills you instantly. That may be... Yeah, it is the only blueprint piece in here. Plus, there are creatures jumping in and out of that stuff. Like some kind of fish. Yeah, obviously robotic fish. Well, there's a shop here too. I think... Let's, wait. No, I don't need the gold super sight. Oh wait, it's the... Okay, here's the capacity upgrade. Don't know why it's, the last thing you can buy. But I'm gonna get that right now. That way I can now hold up to 500 scrap. What you need to do next is... You gotta scale up pretty high. By continuously bouncing off these spring pads. There's another doorway that way. And... Well, these may be the last two blueprint pieces in this room. Boy, am I glad he didn't shoot me while I was jumping.
You picked the wrong day to be bad.
All of these enemies have picked the wrong day to be bad. I gotta get that next piece down there. And then ride the spring pads again. I don't think there's any need to go any higher. You do indeed go this way to continue on. And two more of these brute robots are here. And there's steam coming out. You gotta avoid that. It damages you. Well, I think there's only one blueprint piece in this room. And there are updrafts. And these kind of robots that... I guess they're like bulldozer kind of robots. Something like that. Okay, I got that piece by just double jumping.
Recycle.
You big guys are totally pathetic. Getting destroyed so easily by a wrench. And a wrench that doesn't even have upgrades in this game. What you need to do in this room is operate this button to raise the conveyor belts. And you obviously want to avoid those lasers.
Hey, you're now a pilot scrap.
And so is this guy. Okay, I think there may be another blueprint piece here. Stupid dogs. Only 4 left. Three left. Come and get me.
Adjustment for you.
Just so you guys can become scrap metal instead of Rodney. There are 2 more around here. There's gonna be one point where you have to do your stomp attack on a glass window. Oh hey, I still haven't showed what happens when you fall to your death here. Did you see that? It looked more like Rodney was shrinking than falling. That's funny, but now you know what happens when you fall to your death. In fact, there's one level in the game where you can easily fall to your death many times. It's not a hard level, it's just very annoying. And I forget, well, I think it's called the Old Sewer. But that won't come into play until later on. I definitely don't enjoy that sewer level. Now there are these robots with propeller packs.
Looks like you got the scrap.
Whatever you want to call them. Don't forget to collect that blueprint piece. Oh, there's no scrap on this barrel? Then there's really no point of it being there. Now you must operate this with your wrench. And now you can get over to that platform. This here is the glass window I mentioned that you gotta stomp on.
Hope you had a warranty on those parts.
I hope none of these enemies have warranties. But, let's stomp here. And 2 more brutes attack. And this room is where the final blueprint piece will be. And there's also going to be gold scrap. Like, here's the first piece. There are only 5 pieces of gold scrap you need to find, as opposed to 10. In fact, this is the only level in the game where you only have to get 5 gold scrap. In any other level where you gotta find gold scrap, you'll always start finding 10 after this. Okay, I'll spare that enemy bot. I just got the last blueprint piece. You must then operate this to activate an updraft. As you may have guessed, you gotta rotate all 3 of these to open up a doorway. Oh wait, I'm sorry, it doesn't activate an updraft, it rotates one of those. Sorry. I think that lever up there activates the updraft. And that's indeed where the last gold scrap is.
Tell your boss, Copper Bottom is in town.
How can he do that when you just destroyed him, Rodney? And you don't even know who their boss is. Not yet, anyway. I, of course, know who their boss is. Or rather, well, I think they have 2 bosses, really. Like the 2 main villains of the movie. But when you go through here, you'll meet up with Lug, one of the Rusties in the movie. And he's one of the few characters who has the same voice actors in the movie. Harlan Williams did reprise his role as Lug. Let me get some scrap around here first. He's also the guy you talk to when you get the 5 gold scrap.
Taxi! Only 5 gold scrap. So, do you want a taxi?
I don't want the taxi, I need it.
Thanks! 1 taxi coming up.
Much obliged, Lug. You need to get into this taxi so you can be able to get back to that yellow robot who you find the blueprint parts for. Now that I have all the parts, let's get that remote control he mentioned. Of course, you also use the taxi to revisit rooms in case you missed any blueprint pieces. And it doesn't look like enemies respawn. And that's pretty good. Let me first revisit the shop again. For the heck of it, I am gonna... Oh wait. Oh, never mind, that gold super sight's not available in this shop. And I don't have enough scrap for the mega shot. Now forget it. Let's get that remote control of his.
Oh, good work. You found all the pieces. Well, here's my remote control. You see that pad there? That's a control pad. Whenever you see one, stand on it, and you can control your little friend by pressing the action button. I suggest you make use of that pad and fly him over to that platform and activate that lever. It should roll out the bridge.
Okay, let's take this remote for a test drive. You take control of Wonderbot when you use the remote. Also, this being right here, it's not exactly a lever. But you have to fly Wonderbot right into it and electrocute him. Why you have to electrocute Wonderbot to, operate that is beyond me. I mean, wouldn't that hurt him? But you can see Wonderbot's just fine. As if he doesn't mind getting electrocuted by those quote-unquote levers. But level 2's almost done. You just gotta go into that elevator to clear it. Now heck, I'll just clear it right now. City journey is done. So that of course means that part 2 of this playthrough is done. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next time in level 3. Bye guys.